Johnny ate in this restaurant, and he went to back out of the parking lot and ran over the owner's wife's cat.
Michael Landon was one of television's most beloved faces, a man who seemed to represent warmth, strength, and family values to millions watching at home. But behind that comforting image was a life shaped by pain, ambition, controversy, and a final chapter that came far too soon. Born as Eugene Maurice Orowitz in 1936 in Queens, New York, his early years were anything but stable. Growing up in a household marked by emotional turmoil and his mother's severe mental health struggles, he lived with constant anxiety and fear, experiences that quietly followed him into adulthood. School offered little escape, where he faced isolation and bullying, leaving him searching for a sense of belonging. It wasn't until his family moved to California that he found confidence through athletics, becoming a talented javelin thrower with dreams of Olympic success, dreams that were suddenly crushed by injury. Lost and starting over, he turned to acting, reinventing himself completely, even changing his name to Michael Landon, a decision that marked the beginning of a new identity. His breakthrough came with I Was a Teenage Werewolf, but it was Bonanza that made him a household name, turning him into a television icon almost overnight. As Little Joe Cartwright, he captured hearts across America, but fame only fueled his ambition. Landon wasn't content with acting, he wanted control. That drive led him to Little House on the Prairie, where he became not just a star, but the creative force behind the scenes, shaping stories, directing episodes, and building a powerful legacy in television. On screen, he was the perfect father figure, a symbol of kindness and morality. Off-screen, however, his life was far more complicated. His marriages were strained by fame, long hours, and rumored infidelities, culminating in a highly publicized affair that shattered his carefully crafted image and divided public opinion. At the same time, his growing authority in television revealed another side of his personality. Known for his perfectionism and intense leadership, he was admired by some as a brilliant mentor, while others saw him as controlling and difficult. This duality defined much of his life, beloved yet controversial, warm yet demanding. Then, in 1991, everything changed. What began as severe abdominal pain quickly turned into a devastating diagnosis: pancreatic cancer. Unlike many stars, Landon chose not to hide. He faced the public with honesty, speaking openly about his condition and bringing attention to a disease many knew little about. But the illness moved with brutal, giving him only months. As his health declined, he retreated to his home in Malibu, surrounded by his wife and children. The once energetic star, who had spent decades under bright studio lights, now faced his final days in quiet reflection. On July 1, 1991, at just 54 years old, Michael Landon passed away, leaving behind a legacy filled with extraordinary success, deep personal struggles, and unforgettable television moments. His death shocked fans and colleagues alike, not just because of who he was, but because of how quickly it all ended. In the end, the man who brought strength and hope to millions faced his own with courage, reminding the world that behind there is always a far more human story waiting to be understood.